What's up, SOBs? How's it going? Welcome to the Stream of Blood. It's a Taste of Blood, the show we do on Tuesdays where Secret Game Master Clint and Game Master Jared Logan hand the keys of their fraught and dangerous kingdom over to a worthy shipmate. Tonight, I am taking the helm of the Stream of Blood, and I am so excited to be here for part 2 of our Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Two-parter, the Sanguine Seas. I'm super duper excited to do this. I had so much fun last week. Thanks to everybody who watched and everybody who commented and everybody who shared. It was a true blast, and I love playing in this weird world with these talented players. So why am I talking when we could just be getting them in and getting off to a realm of mystery, magic, and fantasy? Let me welcome my wonderful players for this Dungeons and Dragons session. First off, my friend, a gentleman, a hilarious improviser, comedian, actor, writer, multi-hyphenate supreme, an incredible father. Father's Day is was recently, and this man is a model dad, and just a model, period. Give it up for Edgar Blackmon.
Thank you for having me, Ross. I'm already transformed into Ozadius. I'm sorry, I have no time for such treat. Excellent.
The time for flattery of Edgar has passed. Much like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Very method.
Much like DDL, he is only Ozadius from now on.
Yes.
How did you feel after last session, Ozadius?
I'm gonna keep it real. I felt good. I felt like, but I did feel very, very green. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try to be more aggressive, and as we play this game, and I'm going to step out more on my thoughts, and not hesitate when I feel like last time with the whole thing with the ring and the map. I was like, I don't know, can I do this? Not tonight.
Yeah, I approve. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yes. Ozadius does not deliberate; he acts. So yes. Wonderful. I love that attitude. Let's bring in someone else who is down to act and act rashly. She is an incredible actor, improviser, writer, another wonderful talent. My friend Holly Laurent.
Yeah! I'm back, baby. I've been thinking about this all week. I've been consulting D&D friends. Like, I felt a little powerless. How do I get more power?
Yes. Dungeons and Dragons definitely has its hooks in you because you are now power mad. Yes, the struggle of a 3rd level character, knowing that such immense power is just within their reach. Great. I'm so excited to be here with you. You ready to get going?
I'm so ready, and I do just have to point out, I feel like Edgar is playing a little like psychological warfare. It feels like BDSM, like cellophane behind him. Like it's like very like, what is that? What are you gonna do to us?
Yeah, I'm in the sanctum.
Yes, Ozadius is in his sanctum, aka Edgar's parents' unfinished basement in Virginia. But if you want it to be a BDSM environment, hey, who am I to rain on your parade?
Thank you.
Wow, what a great time to transition to another segue. Here, hey, guess what? Well, we've introduced 2 immensely talented people. Why not bring in a 3rd? Another hilarious writer, actress, improviser, all-around talent, and unlike these 2 newbies in the realm of tabletop role-playing, an old hand at the 20-sided dice. Please welcome my friend Rashawn Scott.
Hey-o,
Hey. What's up? Sleetha in the house. How are you feeling after last week?
I'm feeling really good. I like the vibe of these 3 characters together. I think we're going to be at odds at some point, and it's nice. You know, it's right. A gang, but it's a gang.
You've been thrown together by circumstance, but can you stick together? Perhaps this evening we will find out. Because man, things are going wild on the Sanguine Seas. And I got to say, this is a two-parter, y'all. So play just like Edgar was saying. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Play that character drive him like a stolen car, because I can't promise that everyone is going to survive tonight. So
if you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, gone in 60 seconds. Two dungeons, 2 dragons. Let's
I've been noticing that all week. I've been really like, in life, it really is like a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I know. Just so I know, because we didn't get into Agaro's voice a ton last time. But canonically, does Agaro have this sort of like Indiana dirtbag accent?
It feels right, doesn't it? Can I introduce it now?
Great. Yes,
okay.
Great.
Can do.
Great. Agaro, a half-elf ranger from a suburb of Indianapolis. Great. The time for pleasantries is past. Let us now plumb the Sanguine Seas. Oh, and let's see if I can go into my brain, into my memory palace to conjure up a recap of last session. Our 3 adventurers, Ozadius, Agaro, and Sleetha, we opened on a terrible shipwreck on the Peppercorn, a small packet traversing the seas and coastline of Calderdam, one of the many duchies of the Rottvine. The ship was torn asunder by an immense storm, but not before Ozadius and Agaro were able to free a helpless woman who was chained mysteriously to the deck of the ship, seemingly a passenger being transported somewhere. Someone who recognized Agaro from wanted posters. The ship was wrenched apart. Our adventurers were tempest tossed upon the waves. There they are. And very, very smartly, Sleetha, our lizard folk cleric, found refuge in a barrel of beans and was swept ashore. Then some brief flashbacks introduced our characters. Ozadius is a political operative, a fixer, a changer of minds, a worker of wills for the stadtholders of Calderdam, and their secretary, Jacobina Gans, gave him a charge to bring to heel a anarchistic fighter who's ravaging the coast. One who goes by the name Agaro, but who seems to be known by the local peasantry as the Dragonfly, a sort of local hero who has burned down a customs house. And in particular, they want to bring this person to heel because there are some murmurs that this person might be the Pretender, the lost daughter of the former royal family of Calderdam that was deposed years ago. Ozadius took this mission and trailed Agaro. Agaro herself was drinking with some folks on a distant island, trying to let the heat die down, but got a little too deep in their cups. And Ozadius was able to trail them. Meanwhile, Sleetha was sent out on the seas to go to a religious festival for her generative goddess Yeist. Sleetha is, of course, a former thief, current reformed baker who runs a Calderdam bakery called What the Geck, and she was tempted to maybe participate in one last score on the Peppercorn when things went terribly awry. After the storm, our heroes washed ashore on a mysterious island where they encountered some crabs some hermit crabs that had creepily taken up residence within the skulls and bones of other folk who had washed ashore. After some negotiation by Agaro, they moved deeper, but not before hearing voices in the distance. Something or someone else was on this island. They were beckoned to a sort of cavern on the island by the sound of perhaps fresh water, and found within it, indeed Agaro found within it, a rolled up map with a golden clamp around it, a sort of napkin ring or bracelet around this piece of parchment, which when she unfurled it, while touching this ring, burnt out of existence and burned itself into her mind, and she can now see it with perfect recall. It was then that keen-eyed Sleetha saw a terrible and horrifying crustacean rising out of a pit nearby. Our heroes fought it, backed it back into its watery fastness, and retreated back out into the open air, where perhaps the noise drew out someone else. Oh, our heroes also found a knife in the back of that terrible, that bad crab. They found a knife in its back. It seems as though someone else has met a terrible crabby fate down there, and someone just rounded the bend. Someone who it looked like was in a very bad way, who had been on the island for maybe longer than they expected. A growth of a couple days' growth of beard, wild eyes, and talking incoherently. There he is, talking incoherently. Perhaps something is wrong with him. And he noticed the bracelet that was holding that map now around Agaro's wrist. And the last thing we heard, as fire began to course up the blade of his knife and stones nearby began to levitate off the ground, was that you stole my map. And that means I'll have to cut it out of your mind and put it into mine. And as he walks towards you, Agaro, you have one more chance to do anything before you roll initiative. Would you just like to whack this fool, or would you like to do anything else?
I'm in between whack this fool and hide in plain sight.
He's coming right at you.
Yeah, I want to whack this fool.
Yes.
Great. Let's roll initiative. Shall we? Let us begin our game with an initiative roll. Here we go. Great.
Lame. 5.
5. Okay.
I mean, cool. Good roll.
Can I cast guidance on Agaro? Oh, it's for an ability check. That's not initiative.
That's right.
Okay, never mind.
What is your initiative roll, everybody? Ozadius?
12.
Great. And you, Agaro?
Why am I having trouble finding this one? Sorry.
Initiative in the center of your character sheet, right between your armor class and your list of like attributes. There, it says initiative.
Sorry.
It says initiative above it. Does that sound passive aggressive? I didn't mean for it to be.
15 plus 4, 19.
Damn. Yes. That makes total sense, because this wild-eyed individual is coming straight for you, and you act first. You are first in the turn order. What do you do?
I attack.
Great. And you're attacking with your sword?
Yes.
Great. Just roll that attack. Hit that little +6 next to your sword.
All right. 10. Fuck.
10. All right. So you rolled a 4. I guess
4 plus 6.
Dang. All right. Yeah. You make a little jab at him. But that doesn't quite do it. I think maybe just a threatening stab, but he's able to like clink parry that with his knife. And now it's you, Ozadius.
Yo, do I have to attack this fool?
No, this is just your turn, so you can do anything
dope.
On your
Okay, so what I would like to do is scare him.
Great.
And so I would like to cast Thaumaturgy.
Awesome.
Which one of the effects causes my voice to boom up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute.
Fantastic. Now,
tolerate.
Great. So, this sounds like an intimidation roll, since you're trying to scare them. So, roll intimidation, but because you're employing your magic's thaumaturgy to make your voice like immensely loud and intimidating, you can roll it with advantage. So what that means is you roll it twice, and you get to take the higher number.
Okay. Intimidation.
Yeah.
Yo, what does a 20 do, my G?
Is that a natural 20?
14 plus 6, my man.
Great. Yeah, that does it, baby.
Let me roll again, just so I can.
Why not? See if you get higher. See if you get
Why
higher.
not? Okay, hang on a second.
Enter the Dungeon and Dragon Casino.
All right, that one was a 13.
Okay, great. 20 is great. So tell me what you say to this wild-eyed. And he's like, I have to carve it out of you. Don't you see? It belongs to me.
Halt! You fool! Do you know not who you face? Agaro, Scourge, folk hero of the Rottvine. You step towards her at your peril. To touch her means to touch death itself. Kneel before her strength.
And you see him just like melting down in front of you as he's and you're terrifying him. He drops to his knees. Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck this fool.
Get him.
Great. Yes, but that's not all that happens. So he drops to his knees, and he's like, yes, I see. It is. You are connected to everything. He's like setting his knife down. He's on his knees, almost like in a worshipful pose to you. It's like, yes, just lay your hands upon me and give it to me. Please, just give it to me. And he's like begging you. And but that's not all that happens. Because yeah, as he's doing that, he's like, everything is connected. Don't you see? And when he looks around, you're surrounded on this island by these spires of red limestone. And the two nearby you, he's like, don't you see? The two nearby you suddenly, like, it's like they're Rubik's cubes. They just like, they just assume different shapes as he's like, you see, don't you? Yes, you see? Give it to me. Give it to me. Put it in my mind. It's your turn, Sleetha.
Okay. Well, for one, I'm like, oh my God, Agaro, man, didn't know you were royalty. My bad. And I do like a terrible curtsy. And then I'm gonna throw my boomerang at this guy just to knock him, beat him one time.
Cool.
In the head.
Yeah, do it.
Does a 13 hit?
It does.
Oh.
Great. Oh, great. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, dude, this is gonna hurt. Whop, 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 whop. And then 4 damage.
Great.
To him. And then with my bonus action, I think I'm just gonna burn this spell slot. I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon, which is the pizza paddle of doom, and whack this guy just to knock some holy spirit into him.
Put the fear of Yeist into him. Great. Go for it.
Crazy Yeist.
Does a 7 hit?
Alas, no.
No. I'm like, guy, chill out. What's your name?
Yeah, this boomerang just like beans off his head, and he's just like and cringes to the ground, and maybe that cringe like kind of makes your wallop swing wide. Great. That's your turn. Agaro, he's writhing on the ground now, like no. What do you do?
First I say, Sleetha, don't worry about it. I don't really project the royalty stuff.
We gotta talk.
I want to like longbow him at close range.
Damn. All right, brutal. Go for it. He's cringing on the ground. He's facing away from you. He's totally helpless. You can roll this attack with advantage if you want.
Oh, please.
Wait,
one more time.
So that means you roll it twice. So that the little +6 next to your longbow, just click it twice and take the larger of the two results.
Okay, my first one was 3 + 6, 9, which is bullshit. My second is 18 + 6, 24.
Okay, yeah, this Great. So
Mercy killing.
where do you shoot this guy?
In the head.
Damn. Okay. He's on the ground like, please, please. And like and Agaro, you just walk up to him like, and then put an arrow in his skull.
Yeah.
Okay. Thwack. Boom. Yeah, how much just I think that's like one more thing is gonna happen here.
Sleetha's just like covering her eyes, like, oh my god.
Yeah, I wonder what your opinion of this. This is a very ruthless thing to do. Yeah, just this arrow punk in the back of this dude's head. And you see him kind of go stiff for a second. And then he looks up at you, and it's like all the color is drained from his face. He's just like a sunburn. Or it's sunburned yet pale, and like it's like clarity has come over him. And he's like, but you're not supposed to be here. You're not, and blood is like coming out of his eyes as this arrow has like done so much damage to him. And then something weird happens, like his face, like it turns into yours, Agaro, for a second. And then he looks at Ozadius and it turns into yours. And he looks at you, Sleetha, and it's like turns into yours. And Sleetha, suddenly you're looking into your own face, and it's like, none of you are supposed to be here. And then he falls over dead.
I know that we just like met him kind of, and he just died, but I'm gonna search his body for valuables.
Yes. Rifle through the clothing of this murder victim.
Was that an investigation, maybe?
Roll investigation.
Cool. That'll be a 12.
Okay. A 12. You turn him over, and his face has gone back to himself. As you pat him down, his clothes are really ragged and dirty. One of his pockets seems to just have like a couple of leaves in it. The other has a couple of leaves in it, but also like a little ratty piece of paper. And the piece of paper is looks official. And it says, Steel Meters Gilda Apprentice, Yoop Inktkoker, 2nd class. And there's an official Calderdam seal on the back. It's the 3 moons, the waxing, full, waning, and a little scale underneath.
Can I pick up that sword? That little
knife?
Little burning dagger he had?
Yeah. And because you're a magic user, I think you can roll Arcana about this whole situation that you've seen play out.
Okay. Allow me to do so.
So Agaro, like, is it you don't want to hang out with your fam? Like, what's the deal?
A 7.
A 7. Damn. All right. Okay. A 7 tells you that this guy was using the magic that you saw emanating from this person. It wasn't coming from the knife. The knife wasn't magical. It was coming from him, and it weirdly seems above his pay grade somehow. Like, this guy doesn't seem like a powerful wizard. It seems like more like an effect that was placed on him somehow. That's the most I can tell you for a 7. Anything you'd like to do, Agaro?
So the 2 spires that moved. So 2 spires moved when he said that
we're not supposed to be here.
We're not supposed to be here, and we're all connected.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would like to can I investigate? What I want to do is get up on top of these bitches. Like,
yeah,
I feel like, can I somehow climb those spires to see if what he has done has changed our path?
Oh, interesting. Yeah. You want to see if he's like changed the island somehow.
Yes.
If it is changed more than what you just saw. Because it is labyrinthine, as we said. You don't even need to roll for this. If you are capable of like getting up on this, when when you saw this thing just kind of change shape, and you've heard of magic users being able to like meld and shape the earth to suit their will, but that's very powerful stuff, and it seems like that's crazy that this rando would be able to do that. When you get up on that little pillar, though, that little spire of rock, you're looking out over a landscape that looks pretty similar to what you've been walking through. It doesn't appear as though much has changed, but roll perception while you're up there.
Well, ain't that some shit? A 4.
A 4. Wait a minute. What? Hold on.
It's a goddamn thing.
You rolled a 2, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool.
You know, I can climb up there too.
Yeah, sure.
With
Great.
you, and I'll do a perception check.
Go for it. So help your newfound companion. Yeah, you don't see. You're hunting around at the ground, and it looks like no. You see the path, and in fact, you definitely see the path because you can see beans leading back to the shore.
So the first one was a 15, and I have advantage. So 16 plus 6, that's 24. No, that's wrong. Oh my god, embarrassing. It's enough.
Yes. That's definitely enough. There's a longboat of some kind pulling up to the shore.
Oh, I get low.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't see us. Do we recognize any flags or?
You see there's a sail, small. It looks like it seats like 5 maybe tops. There's just like one person in it, and yeah, you do see a flag. It looks like in the distance with that great roll that you see the treble moons again, and then you see not the scale, which is on the flag of Calderdam, but you see waves and a ship. You can roll history to see if you know what that means.
Yes, I would like to roll history for that. I think I remember that from something. Okay, first one was a 24, but let's just see. 22.
Yo, the dice love you, fam.
Sleetha!
Sleetha! Praise God.
Sleetha!
Nice.
Yoist! That flag is illegal, Sleetha. That flag is illegal. It's banned. There's been a damn no memorati on that flag because that is the flag of the Van Zeiss family.
Van Zeiss family.
The former royal family of Calderdam. The one that was deposed by the stadtholders.
Ooh, okay. All right. I relay this. I slide down back to Agaro. I bring Ozadius with me unless he wants to take a picture or something.
I'm right behind you.
We're like, wee down. And I relay this information to Agaro.
Ahoy! You hear off at the shore that whoever's out there is calling.
Oh wait. I would like to cast Disguise Self.
Yes. I love it.
Oh my god.
And I will say my magic words. Ashanti.
I love it. Ashanti. Great. So Disguise Self. Yeah.
I want to disguise it says I can make myself, including my clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings, look different until the spell ends, and it lasts for an hour.
Great. So you got a good look at this guy. You're going to try to make yourself look like.
You damn right.
Okay, great. There's no roll required for this. So Sleetha and Agaro, you see Ozadius drop down and kind of look at this dead body in the face, and just like you just saw him do to you. Suddenly, the horns on Ozadius' head recede into his skull. The violet hue drains from his skin as Ozadius is no longer standing there. He's not wearing what he was wearing. Everything is now an image. You're seeing someone holding their own dead body as Ozadius turns towards you, and it's the face of Joop Inktkolker.
I love this. Can I also I'm like Ozadius, I get your plan, right? You're gonna disguise yourself as them. I'm gonna do channel divinity on Oop and make him an undead zombie. So just in case it doesn't go right, we can send him out and scare the fuck out of him. Of these guys on the ship.
Great.
So we got a zombie and a double.
Okay. Wow. So you can make a zombie?
As an action, I present my holy symbol and I speak a prayer seizuring the undead. The undead that you can see and hear within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw.
No, you can turn the undead, but you cannot make them.
Damn.
Thank you, disembodied voice of Secret Game Master Clint. Sorry. Yes,
cool.
if Yoop was a zombie, this would come in handy, but you cannot make one. Sleetha is a generative and life-giving cleric. She does not tamper in the ways of the undead. Ahoy! Ahoy!
Sleetha.
Yeah.
Sleetha, hand me that paper that you took from this fool's pocket.
I hand it over. And you have the flaming knife. Just go out there. Just get the vibe. Well, I'm right behind you, and I've got I'm swinging my mace just to be ready.
Okay, great. Cool. So you're gonna head back, yeah?
I'm going to approach the ship.
Great. Mm-hmm. So we can hand wave your journey there. You make it very quickly because there's a trail of beans leading there. and I think Agaro, maybe if you're the last to leave, kind of looking over your handiwork, if you glance back, you can see that you no longer see the face of Yoop Inked Kolker because he is slowly getting covered with little crabs that are pulling him away. And so you're making your way there. And now the plan here is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ozadius as Yoop is going to go make contact and you two are going to hide?
Yeah.
Or you're all going to go out together?
Go ahead, Sleep.
No, you, please. Your thoughts.
I'd like to go help Ozadius.
Yes,
Great.
please come with me.
Okay, great. Everybody's going out. Super.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go. Cool. So you walk out, you follow the trail of beans. It's very easy. Occasionally under the rocks in the shade, you see like a sideways skull just kind of watch you as you go. And you come out into the area where you first washed ashore, and there is this long boat, with this sail furled, and holding a rope. Calling in the shore is a sturdily built, what looks like a human man calling. He's got like a slouchy hat, and he's calling, like, "Ahoy!
Ahoy! Help! Please!"
Yes, my apologies. And come, the ship is waiting.
Thank you. I'm Yoop Inked Kolker.
Well, yeah.
I was stranded here, and these two saved me from a family of crabs.
Well, I was told you would have your companions. Yes, climb aboard and we will make haste. Our apologies. There was a mighty storm yesternight.
Yes, it ravaged this island. We're so happy to see you.
Very well.
Right quick, friend. Where's this ship headed?
Well, you should know. You should know. You have the map, do you not? Come aboard. And he hops on and he begins to like unfurl the sail, and he's beckoning you to climb on.
That's where I picture Ross.
That's Look, here's your boy.
I mean, we have no reason not to trust this guy. We're trapped on this island. Worst comes to worst, we jump off. Come on, guys.
All right, jump on. All right, I jump on.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Great. He casts off, unfurls the sail. It catches the wind, and you're now leaving this island behind. You can see it kind of go away. It's like, oh, never did I think I would ever set foot on the crown. A cursed place, I hear, but good for a meeting where the authorities will not see you.
Yes. Anything to get out of their watchful eye, my friend.
Indeed. But you would know that better than anyone, Mr. Inked Kolker.
Oh, he's
I'm
been
sorry.
stranded for so long. He's so weak.
Oh yes, we shouldn't speak. Save your strength for when you meet the Duchess.
Thank you.
The Duchess. You know, we've heard tale of her. Obviously, we all know. But you know, what's a good entrance line to her? Is she more into people who are direct? Does she want a little pageantry? What's her deal?
What is her deal? You wouldn't be here if you didn't know. You're a worthy shipmate, I can tell. She favors a direct approach. So
my kind of Duchess. Exactly, I was thinking.
And mine as well. And he doffs his cap and looks up at the flag. You can roll. Any of you can roll history. I feel like Ozadius, you kind of went through this last time, but Sleetha and Agaro, go for it.
All right.
Does an 18 do anything for you?
I'm an 18 as well.
Great. So you both equally know the exact same amount of information. And so, yes, you know the same tale that I told to Ozadius last time. There was the stadtholders of Calderdam overthrew the Von Zeiss family. The Duke was in, and you actually got a higher roll than him last time, so you know maybe a little bit more. The reason that whole thing kicked off was that the Von Zeiss family were very, very, very in debt. They were living well beyond their means, in incredible extravagance, but like they owed all their money to the merchant class of Calderdam, who was just writing them loans. And eventually the merchant class was like, we rule this place. All the money is ours. You are inconsequential. So there was this rebellion. They were fairly executed. And but the rumor is that this like teenage or young girl, their daughter, survived. That's just like kind of a folk legend. And the people in Calderdam call her the Pretender. But Agaro, the people on the coast, the people who are fascinated by this story, they don't call her the Pretender. They call her the Corsair Duchess. And you've heard, and Agaro, with that high roll, once or twice, you've had when you've helped someone out, people have been like, "Are you her? Are you the Duchess?" That's happened to you a time or two, and maybe you've told them yes, maybe you've told them no. Who knows?
Yeah.
And now you see off in the distance, there is a ship, an enormous ship, as this skillful sailor navigates the limestone crags and spires of rock in the Sanguine Seas. The sea is red, the sky is blue. You'll be arriving at the ship very soon. So if you have anything to say, go for it.
You come on, Agaro. Like, hey man, it's not cool to keep secrets.
I mean, do I have history with the Duchess?
You've never met her. To you, she's just like a legend. It would be like someone saying, like, "Are you Robin Hood?" But like for real. Like it's almost like you've never seen this person. They're like it's like a legendary figure. There are pirates out here and everything, but like you have no way of knowing for certain if this is the actual person. I mean, like it's probable that they're dead. But no, you don't have a history with them. You've never met them.
Okay. Ooh. Sleetha, what should I ask? What should I
would ask if there's any like reward or like anything to like keep their secret for this long. Are they trying to get back into society? The people still don't fuck with them like that. Are they still like into golds and silks and shit? Have they learned from their ways? These are, in my mind, these could be just some rich assholes.
I have a question.
But this guy loves rich assholes.
I would love to ask our captain a question.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're barely a captain. I'm the bosun's mate.
Well, we have the men. And I was wondering if that's all the Duchess requires of us.
Oh.
Surely you're joking. Come, Mr. Incolder, man of your skills. And I'm sure you brought some capable divers as well. He's looking at you. Don't worry.
This lizard is quite the swimmer.
Yes, my maiden aunt was an eel, so I'm very familiar with the depths. It's in my blood, my cold blood.
I did not know that was how your husbandry worked, but I will be kinder to eels from now on.
Thank you very much.
The ship that's rising up on the horizon that you are closing with on this little 12-foot outboat, which I have to tell you, I looked it up. A boat of this size is called a pinnace. So I'm not kidding. You're riding. You got to ride that pinnace sometimes.
Did we get a short rest on the pinnace?
Yeah.
Yes. Cool.
Yeah. Take a short rest on the pinnace and really just like roll those hit die on the pinnace.
I have thoroughly enjoyed my time on the pinnace thus far.
But the ship that you are coming to is massive. You've almost never seen a ship this big. And as you come up to it, you can tell it's like, it seems almost like cobbled together from other ships. There's like a massive, there's 4 masts, ornate wood carvings on the outside, a quarter deck, a forecastle, poop deck, just rising on either side, gun ports all along the side. You can see now figures kind of like up in the rigging and looking down on you, popping their heads out of the gun ports and calling out because you've been sighted. And you can see as you come around, there's a figurehead that looks like it might be from another ship, like put on the front, and it's of a beautiful woman in a flowing garment with a giant scythe in her hand. And you can see in gold letters on the side of this ship, the Ozadius, the sea scythe. A rope is thrown down from the side. He's like, all aboard, it's coming aboard. And you hear like running around up on deck, and the bosun's mate is holding the ship to the side. He's like, well, after you.
Okay. I start climbing up, but as I do, I look back at Agaro and like, do you want us? What's the attitude that you want us having as we go in here? Oh gosh, this rope is so long.
I think we play it cool. I think we assume a friendly welcome until we experience otherwise.
Work. Got it.
Great.
Hey, just a quick side note. Were we supposed to take a real short rest, like a legal short rest?
Yeah, I'm giving you that. So wait, that takes 15 minutes, right? Or maximum?
Would you say that boat ride had to have been at least 15 minutes?
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. No, a short. Well, yes, I'll retract that if this changes things. A short rest is an hour. Guess what else lasts for an hour?
My spell.
Oh,
that's right.
Damn.
So that's your choice. I'll put that in your hands.
No. I don't want to mess up the man's man's move. No, I'll take that back. So
okay.
I will retract that. That is the choice that is the bargain that you have made. This was a short ride. You have not short rested. You do not have your spells back. You do not have your hit points back, but you are still disguised. But I want to say that 30 minutes have elapsed. You've got 30 minutes. Great. Okay.
Yeah, we don't rest on the pinnace.
Damn, can I slide to the bathroom? Can I slide to a bathroom real quick and refresh my spell? All right, let's do it.
I mean, that may be great. You're clambering up the rope as you mount over the gangway or the rail. You're just in a world of line and wood. There's just cable, line, block, tackle everywhere. An assortment of sailors are all over the place of every description. Much like the ship itself, it seems to be cobbled together from the world's spare parts. The crew itself, you see lizard folk, you see like a sea dwarf, you see like what looks like a fat tabaxi kind of kicked a large cat kind of kicked back on a barrel, eating an apple off of a knife. There's folks everywhere, and but it seems mostly human. And there's a little kid like a child is over on the side, and you suddenly they're playing a drum, and people are coming down from the rigging. People are popping out of hatches. People are assuming ranked stations all on the main deck of the ship, and in the back, in the underneath the aft castle, underneath the poop deck, you see like stained glass windows there, and suddenly the door like pops open. A sailor sort of swaggers out, and then a little like a tawny skinned sea dwarf walks out, and then a very tall, just like Fabio walks out, like a puffy white shirt.
Hell yeah!
Open to the waist, flowing blonde hair. Just like perfect 5 o'clock shadow, just like Kirk Douglas cleft chin.
I like it. I like it.
Yes.
And this dude strides out and stands to this, and then he pops open a little umbrella and holds it to the side, and then a stout and sturdy woman walks out, a coil of braids on her head, gold in her ears and her nose. And she holds her belt as she kind of swaggers out underneath the shade of this umbrella and takes you in. And it's like, welcome. Which one of you is Yup Inkolker?
I kneel. And I say, I am Yup Inkolker.
It's always interesting to see someone in the flesh who you have only seen in writing. Welcome.
The pleasure is mine.
And do you have what we bargained for?
Of course. But we had some trouble. There was a battle. We were hurt. And we are woefully in need of rest and nourishment.
Of course, you will need your...
Might we put off our business until we have recovered from our voyage?
You have business to attend to indeed. I think rest is indeed in order. No more pleasantries or pomp. We have work to do. And she looks around. Who has the map now?
The map is in the hands of Agaro.
I have the map.
The little sea dwarf that walked out is like kind of leans over and like kind of tugs at this woman's belt. She whispers, and they both kind of look at you, Agaro. He's like, very well. You two should rest. But you, Agaro, you say?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, you should have a conversation with Mr. Orbender. She's indicating the little dwarf. But go. You have the run of the ship. Rest. You will need it. You have the run of the ship.
And
I'm going to go into the kitchen and see if I can rustle up some grub.
Great. Let's we'll do this a little episodically. We'll just kind of have a scene with each one of you. Okay.
Okay.
You're because you spoke first. Let's go with you, Sleetha. You make your way down, and it's like corridors in here. The ship is immense. But your nose is leading you to the aroma of cooking, and you take a corner, and you're in a little galley, and as you walk in, there's a gray scaled lizard person whose eye just like whips over to you, and then they're holding a pot, and they set it down, and they look up at you, and they lean against the wall, and they turn brown. It's a chameleon, and like, whoa. You notice also on the sideboard there's a little hand carved statue of Yeist, and there's an orange sitting next to it and a little crust of bread. Like, you're new.
Oh, by the crust of Yeist. How are you, my guy?
By the crust of Yeist. Put something sweet in your mouth. And and he holds up like a little candied cricket and like just and like hands it to you.
I do the same. Back at him.
His tongue just like.
Whoa, cool. Hey, I'm new. I'm new in town. Thought I'd come check out the ship.
Oh,
we're guests of the Duchess.
You came from the Crown.
Yeah.
You must be one of the divers.
Yeah. My cousin is an eel, so I'm familiar with the stuff for sure.
Wild, weird, cool, unexpected. He's like stirring a pot, and as he reaches for some peppers, he like turns red. As he reaches for some salt, he's like turns white. And it's like, I'm putting a stew together, but I don't really have need something to hold it together. He's like dipping his finger in. Needs like a legume or a lentil.
Dude, don't even trip. I got the legumes for yous. I taste it a bit. I'm like, dude, it's basically perfection, but you need that good protein. And I sprinkle in some beans.
He's got the beans. And it's like, nice. Yeast provides.
Without, we could not. But I'm kind of worried, my dude. Now there might be some bad hombres, and this place better than I.
Oh, it is a town. This is a floating city. As far as I'm concerned, Calderdam is right here. All that back there, that's the stadtholders.
Yeah, I'm not about that life at all, dude. I have my own business.
Oh, no way. Entrepreneur.
It's great. Do you know of like any like underground, maybe like pathways or channels, or is it like channels of water running through? Is this just a floating island, my guy?
What we're on right now?
Yeah.
Well, this is a ship.
Like a ship is like an island that freely roams the seven seas.
What you're like? You're like
dog.
Blowing my mind right now because in a way a ship is an island and an island is a ship. And he's like paused. You've totally wrecked his brain. He's fried.
I stir for him. I'm like, dude, don't stop the flow.
There's in this house, there are many rooms and there are many doors. There's lots of places where you can get away because you need to have a snack sometimes. You can't provide for others until you provide for yourself, as Yais will say.
Fully. Oh man, what's your name, dude? I'm sorry, I didn't even say anything to you.
Oh yeah, I'm Agus. Who are you?
I'm Sleetha.
Nice.
Agus, the chameleon. Totally. Yeah. Rad. Okay. If there were any other place like here that you'd think like, oh my god, Sleetha's gotta hit the place up before she makes the plunge into the ocean, where would you recommend, dog?
I mean, my pantry is the place to be. That's where all the best stuff is. You got the hookup.
Oh, well, after you, my bro.
All right. And yeah, I know that, and the Duchess is on edge right now. So we gotta be chill because, there's a lot riding on what you're about to do.
And like, I know for sure what I'm about to do, but do you know what I'm about to do?
Oh yeah. I mean, you're about to see something that no one's ever seen.
No one's ever seen? Like, how do we know about it if no one's ever seen it?
I mean, did you ever hear about the, I don't know, the Undines? Well, you must have.
Nah, dude, I'm totally blanking.
All right. I'm gonna say like he's like, well, yeah, the Undines. The Sanguine Sea used to be full of them. Like the mer people, the fish folk.
Oh, whoa, fish folk. I mean, I've heard about them. I feel like they really have a master on like umami flavors and more like.
Oh yeah,
that sort of thing.
I would love to learn the cuisine. I mean, I know Tritons because Tritons will come around all the time, but the fish folk, you don't see them so much. Word is that they're all gone. But we heard that they're old, like what would you say? Like where they used to cook, where they used to have their home.
Yeah.
It's like right around here.
Oh, whoa. This island's on top of a fish folk like community?
All of the Sanguine Seas are. Whoa. But you got the map to the source.
Wow. You're very knowledgeable, my guy, and I'm so glad that I met you. Dude, one more time. What's your name? I did not write it down.
No problem. I sometimes forget it myself. Aegis. And he like,
Aegis.
and he's just like fingering a ring on his hand, and he turns gold.
Oh,
and,
cool.
Like, yeah. Do you like smoked fish?
I love it, man. I'll take a couple pounds if you got it.
All right. And as you go into the pantry, we can leave that scene there. Ozadius, where do you go?
All right. So as I begin to head towards what I would claim as my quarters, I look I'm looking for a library.
Great. That is an amazing thing to consider. Yes, this ship has a library because it is like a floating city. And as you ask around, like it's like sailors working, it's like someone's like below decks, aft. And they're guiding you. You make your way to a big like oaken door, and it creaks open on waterlogged hinges, and you're looking into you're kind of down like maybe what would be 2 decks below the captain's cabin, and you're in. Damn if you aren't in a library. Like it looks like the shelves are like hung from the ceiling on chains, and they kind of like rock around so that the books stay where they should, and they're like under glass. There's someone else in here.
Hello?
A woman looks up. She's got broad shoulders and blonde hair, and her eyes widen when she looks at you. It's the woman who you freed a day ago.
Oh shit.
She stands up out of her seat. It's like, it cannot be.
Now,
but wait, no, she doesn't. She just looks up at you. I'm sorry. Retract. She just looks up at you and is like, looks back at her book.
Okay, so what I wish to do is I wish to remove my spell.
Great.
So that I can reveal to her my true identity.
Great.
And when I do, I say, I remember you. I freed you from that boat in the midst of a storm.
Great. So you do that. The spell melts away. You return to yourself. That is when the reaction that I just improperly showed a second ago occurs, like, with even more dumbfoundedness as she's just like, as the book like falls out of her hand. It's like,
I need your help.
well,
Much like you needed mine.
I should think that I owe you something. They found me. They found me clinging to the plank last night. I don't know how they found me, but they found me.
And now they have us both. But I must admit, I am not sure of where I am. Sometimes
You're
I'm
on
not
the
sure
Z's
who I
ice.
am.
You're on the Z's ice. This is the ship of the Corsair Duchess, the Pretender.
Now,
Ross, is this lady or is this Fabio?
That's you didn't. I drew a picture of Fabio, but if we get to him, we can get to him. But no, that's her. That's who you're looking at.
that's her. Okay.
Yeah.
So I tell her that we are ready to serve the Duchess. But the way we came onto this boat was under false pretenses. And I fear that when they learn who we truly are, that we will be in the same predicament you once were. Chained and captured.
She stands up and walks over to you. And she's like, your secret is safe with me, and I will do everything in my power to keep it. They have
What
me.
is your name, fair traveler?
Yosin Sloiner. Yosin. Who are you?
My name is Ozadius.
Your power is great.
My power is but a trifle. But I must know, what does the Duchess see?
I've been talking to the crew, but at first I didn't believe it, but they... Have you heard of the Undines? And she goes into the same sort of, but it's a little bit different. I was looking here because she has books from the old palace are here. There are books here that I have never dreamed of seeing. And some of them are very old. And she picks up the one that she's reading, and it looks like it could turn to dust any second. It's amazing that it's lasted this long in such a watery environment. And it looks like it's a this looks like a manuscript copy of something, of like a history of these merfolk. It's like, it said that they used to be everywhere along the coast. This was their realm. This was their land. Before the Tritons came and drove them away, and they tried to make an alliance with the world of men, but it says that men failed them. But it says that they had a relationship with them. They worshipped something from the depths. It just keeps saying the deeps. But apparently it gave them incredible strength, but it was not enough to save them at the last stand. But the powers that they used, there's something attached to that beneath the waves here. Every spire that you see here is the top of perhaps some citadel of the Undine folk.
Huh.
But they're waiting for divers to go and retrieve it. And I think that's what they expect you to do. Oh, Ozadius, if you go down, take me with you. I want to see with my own eyes what I have only read on the page. Please take me with you if they let me.
You wish to join us?
Yes. No one has seen their world. I have dreamed of such a thing my whole life.
I must tell you that the path we walk is dangerous. What could you possibly offer?
I know something of danger. I was being transported to Freyport to face execution.
For what crimes?
Let me ask you a question, Ozadius.
Yes.
If someone does something terrible to you, and you slay them in your own defense, do you consider that a murder?
No.
Well, that makes you different from the stadtholders of Freyport.
The stadtholders. Thirsty for power, weak-minded, cowards. All right. If we are not killed on sight by the Duchess when she learns our truth, because she will learn our truth.
If you retrieve for her what she wants, she will have no choice but to bargain with you.
Do you think that you could get me an audience with the Duchess?
After you return or before?
Before.
I certainly can try. Something tells me she will wish to speak to you.
Okay.
And as we draw this to a close, she just reaches out to your hand and like kisses it. It's like, thank you for saving my life. I will take your secret as deep as you wish and aid you in any way I can.
Thank you.
Roll perception.
Oh, you said roll perception, and I lost my connection, so hang on.
Do you want me to roll it for you if it's going to take too long?
I'm almost there.
You got it.
You know what, man? Roll that perception for me.
All right. I'm sorry to do this. I promise I'll be truthful. All right. You rolled a 6.
Okay.
Her kiss is a little electric. There's some tension in the air. That's all I'll tell you.
Okay, she like a tiefling.
And Agaro, you're in a room covered with charts, hanging with maps, papers strewn everywhere. There's a sextant, a quarterstaff, an astrolabe everywhere. You're in what looks to be like the navigator's chamber as this little sea dwarf kind of gets on a chair and like it swivels it around and begins to look at this sea map in front of him, which, as you can tell, is a map of the Sanguine Seas at large. It's a map of Calderdem's coastline, and he kind of looks up at you and is like, "Well, right, the map, if you please."
Could I get us a round of drinks before we get started?
He looks at you and is like, as a matter of fact, as he reaches under the table, and this huge decanter comes out, clunk. You do not need to show me the map. I think you should be looking at mine. Clunk. He puts 2 pewter cups down, and he lifts the big glass orb off the top of the decanter. And this is like, you're in this wild ship, but this decanter looks like it came from the palace. It's crystal. It's enormous. And he's like kind of pouring this like this brown liquor into these cups, and he slides one over to you. And he looks at your wrist and he's like, "You don't have the map. You have the map."
That's right.
So
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
And I suppose I have been rude as well because I have not got yours.
My name is Agaro.
Just Agaro. One name.
Yeah.
Who am I to question? I am Orbis Orbender. And he holds up his pewter cup and clink.
Clink.
He downs the whole thing. Come, touches it.
Real quick, I'd like to send this drink to that tabaxi that I saw when we were walking in here.
I'll see that they get it. Right now, you have some work to attend to, no?
Okay, I like tabaxis.
Well, you never know. Perhaps they will like you.
I hope so, Orbis.
I think you will find. Though, a discipline here is maintained out of respect for our Duchess. You will find the values here are not as strict as the ones you will find back in so-called Calderdem now. I want you to pass your eye over this and tell me where we are headed. And he's asking, and you know this because you can see the map in your mind. As I said, it's a cluster of islands in one corner with an X in the center, and then it's a floor plan of a building. So what you're looking for is like that cluster of islands on this big map that he's spread out in front of you. You're trying to identify this thing you see here with the thing you see here. Make sense?
Yep.
So roll investigation or perception, and we'll see how long that takes.
I'm going to do perception because I have a +3.
Great.
12 and 3, 15.
Great. Wait, I'm seeing that you rolled oh, great. Okay, cool. A 15?
Mm-hmm.
Great. It takes a second. And I roll dexterity while you're at it.
Okay.
And roll that with disadvantage because you just pounded a big thing of whiskey.
Okay, so 16 plus 6, so just 16?
No, 16 plus 6 is one roll, and the other?
So 22.
Great. You got it.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you see it. You're able to find it, and it's like you see it's a cluster of islands like in a little diamond lozenge shape, and the X is in the center, and you notice on the map, not far from the quarterstaff that's nearby, there it is. There's that little cluster of islands. It's actually pretty close to where his sextant is. You point that out to him, and he's like, "Here."
Yeah.
Very well. Agaro, are you sure you would not like to be wearing gloves?
I love gloves.
I would maybe find some. Let me show you why. And he takes a little piece of paper off of his desk, and he's like, maybe you can read this for me?
Maybe you could read it to me.
I am thinking that maybe you would like to.
All right.
You take it, and when you look at it, it burns out of your hand, and it goes into your mind. It's like, when I worked for the Duchess's father, these were not always bracelet. There were some people where it would be collar. And if there were sensitive document, we would give to them. And as he talks about this, Agaro, I want you to just roll intelligence, just flat intelligence.
Six.
Great. Agaro, what do you remember about your mother?
Hard worker, underappreciated, very strong.
You remember all those things about her. You remember her strength, the calluses in her hands, how she always told you to stand up for yourself when things were down, how she would haul nets in all day, and how she could gut a fish in 5 seconds flat. But you can't remember her face.
No.
It's not there. It's a blur when you try to bring it up. It has been replaced. And as this guy continues, by the end, they did not know who they were. They did not know their own name even. They could tell you the census data. They could tell you how the population in Freiport has declined over the past year. They could tell you the intimate correspondence of the Duke's cousin. They could not tell you their favorite food. They could not tell you the name of their child. And so I'm telling you, maybe to wear gloves?
Yeah, do you know where I can get some gloves around here?
He's like, you could bargain with someone. He like rifles around and he gives you there's like a little pair, but they're dwarf size. They barely fit.
Yeah, this isn't gonna work, Orbis.
Well, I have to bring this message to the helmsman. I think perhaps you should get some rest, because if I know one thing about what is coming, you will need your rest. You'll be diving. And a night passes. And you can take a long rest, everybody. Get everything back. And perhaps you sleep with in the take your time in the pantry, Sleetha. And Yosin is hiding you, Ozadius. Agaro, perhaps you pass a night chatting with a certain tabaxi and getting liquored up. And but if you want to have that audience with the Duchess, let's say it's the next morning, and Ozadius, if you want to come to them in disguise, feel free. Is that what you'd like to do? You're muted.
You're muted.
There we go.
Yes, I would. I would like to. I would like to disguise myself as Yoop Inkholder once again.
Great. You do so, and Yosin Sloiner leads you out. You've been sleeping maybe in the library or in a cabin near the infirmary. A blanket drawn between you like the wall of Jericho, so you can sleep in modesty. And pull it apart.
God.
And there she is. And yes, you walk up to the captain's cabin. that Fabio looking guy is standing nearby, and he's like,
Hello.
hello, Mr. Incoulter. He leans in real close and he's like, I'm a hostage. Dangerous. My father is going to ransom me.
Oh, okay. That's well, good for you.
Thank you.
You must be very proud.
Oh, immensely.
What's the going rate for a hostage these days?
Oh, well, she won't tell me how much she asked for, but I think I'm priceless.
Good times. Listen, I desperately need to speak to the Duchess and Bryant.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm keeping you. Well, I think she'll like you. She definitely likes me. And no, he opens the door. He opens the door, and you walk in. Suddenly it's weird. You've been on this very ornate ship creaking around. You walk into a room that feels like it should be in like a manor house. Like the windows face back out over the water. Again, there's books. There's what looks like a little virginal, like one of those harpsichords off in a corner. Big bed, but there's also a hammock hanging near the bed, and the large Duchess turns around. It's like, our castaway says that you want to talk to me, Mr. Incoulter. Thank you for being so punctual. I'm sorry that we could not be the same, but it is hard to navigate the storm.
Indeed, the storm that we all face is what batters us all.
You are a very philosophical person. A person after my own heart. She reaches down under a table and pulls out a big silver box and kind of clunk, sets it on the table. It's like, and I have come through with my part of the deal. She opens the silver box, and there's what looks like 4 little parcels in there. So your journey down below will be a little more comfortable. I took great pains to retrieve these, so I hope that you will find them useful.
Can I look in one of the parcels?
You open it up, and what you're looking at looks like at first you don't know what you're looking at. It looks like an ornate mask made of fish scale and pearl and like fish bone. And you can tell even without an Arcana roll that this is magical.
There are 4 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
You said you would be coming with 3.
Yes, unfortunately.
You were attacked, you said.
Yes, sure, and it was harrowing. But here we are. I wish to bring another person that I met here on my journey to the depths. If that's all right with you.
My father, Mr. Incoulter, was the sort of person who lived by favors. No one advanced for merit. People advanced for favors. Just like I think now in Calderdam, people advance because of the size of their wallet and how many gelders they have in the bank, and not what is up here.
Indeed.
So I ask you, is this a favor? Or is this someone you trust?
This is someone I trust. Not a favor. You see, I'm a reader. I love to seek information. And I met a kindred spirit here.
Then I trust you to form your own team. Ding, 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 ding. You hear a bell. Look, we have arrived. Assemble your team, Mr. Incoulter. You are about to see such things. And she stands up, and I'm going to say that unless there's something else you'd like to, you've got the ability to form your team. So you walk out onto the deck, the rest of you as well. Agus comes out to wish you farewell and slips a couple of little pastries into your hand. It's like, I don't know if those will serve you well, but I mean, you might have them in the bell before you go down. And Agaro, the tabaxi, is like kind of still hungover from the night before, but you're feeling fine. And you now see on the deck there's a big like wooden bell, a diving bell on a little crane has been erected, and they're like setting it up. And the silver box is laid out. And the parcels are being passed to you, Sleetha, to you, Agaro, to you, Ozadius, and to the person that you requested be there. Josie Sloiner is given one of these parcels as well. And the crew is watching you with great interest. And the little dwarf is kind of looking at your hands, Agaro, and it's like, as the captain, the Duchess, strides out and is like, "No, what we have given you does not last too long. You will have to, you have maybe an hour before you have to return to the bell. When you're there, pull the chain. We will hear the bell up here and retrieve you."
Indeed.
Sounds like a plan to me. And I start to eat one of the pastries that Agus gave me.
Great. I think with that awesome I think you can take a point of inspiration from that. And actually, I think everybody with all that wonderful role playing, people, you can take inspiration.
Inspiration.
Great.
What's that do again?
You get, unless you have any objections, you get into the diving bell, and you are shut inside. It is now the four of you. Josie, Ozadius, Agaro, and Sleetha are now in total darkness. And you feel it moved out over the water, and then down. A lead weight on the bottom of the diving bell hits the water, and you feel yourself submerged as the outside of the diving bell is now fully under the water as you go down, down, down. You're in a diving bell, the height of underwater exploration technology, as you go down, down, down.
And it's completely black.
Yeah.
On the bottom. I'm going to cast light.
Great. You cast light up above, and now suddenly you're in a lit room. Wood panels in the sides of this bell. There's like a low seat kind of around the ring of it, where the rim of it would be, and where the clapper of the bell would be. The light is emanating as Josie opens up this package and like takes out the mask and is like, "Oh. Yeah, there it is. There it is."
Oh, right on.
It just looks like an organic underwater piece of like haute couture. It's like, I was reading about this in the book. The Undines, when they made parley with surface folk, would give these as gifts so that the children of men could walk among the merfolk. Cool. Don't put them on while you're in the open air, or strange things will happen. But
Gotcha.
When we're underneath, it will be like we are one of them. And suddenly, boom, you feel time has passed. Your ears have popped minutes ago. The pressure, you can feel the pressure of immense watery depths outside. And looks out at you and is like, "Are you ready?"
Yes, I'm
Yes.
ready, man. Let's go.
I just want to drop that disguise spell just for S's and G's so that
Great.
I can just remember that going forward.
You, yes, Ozadius turns back into himself as Josie puts the mask on over her face, turns a bolt on the bottom. The bottom of the bell swings out. Water goes up to like a little air pocket at the top, but she's like kind of smiling underneath this pearly mask. She's like, and goes underneath the water and sinks down.
Ooh, I follow suit.
Great. When you put this thing on in the open air, you just feel like suddenly your senses are like heightened. It's like, and what you're feeling is like your blood being oxygenated like that. It's like that Lance Armstrong thing where like oxygenated blood is shot into you, and you're like, and you go down under the water, and like you can breathe, like, or it's more like you don't have to breathe. Almost, you can just be there. But there's a magical property to these things. Normally when you move, you'd be slowed down, but you're as fast and feeling as unrestrained as you normally would be up on the surface. It's like it's less like you're swimming and more like you're flying when you go out. You're just moving with incredible speed, and as you swoop around in the red tinted water, a little glow comes off of this mask, shining a little bit of light. But I think most of you have dark vision, do you not?
Yes.
Dark vision.
Yeah.
Yes, I have 60 feet of dark vision, baby.
No, but I can hold my breath for 15 minutes.
Great, but you also can cast light, and this thing emits a little bit of light as well. And you see in front of you that the diving bell has worked well, because you are looking down at immense depths beneath you. To your sides, you see spires of red stone rising all around you. Like they look less, from this vantage point, they look less natural somehow. It doesn't look like the base of a canyon. It looks almost like handiwork has been involved. It's almost like you see carving dimly on the sides of the base of these islands. Are they pillars? And then beneath you, there is an enormous, what looks like a pearlescent tower with an opening at the top. And Agaro, you recognize this because this looks like the top, and this floor plan, like several floors, this looks like an opening of a tower that is on the map in your mind.
I say to my companions that I know this place. I know where we are. I also am thinking about using my primeval awareness to sense whether anything's there.
Great. Go for it.
Great.
You just do that. Now, a primeval awareness, you expend a spell slot, and for a minute, you can tell if any celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends are within a mile from you, or 6 miles if you're in your favorite terrain. You are in your favorite terrain, the coast. And so as you look out at this tower, suddenly, as you cast this sense out, deep in the darkness below you, oh yeah, a radiating sense of something not of this world. Something from elsewhere. You don't, there's something not natural down there, Agaro.
I tell my companions that I describe it to the best of my ability, what I'm sensing.
And when you do that, they can hear you, because these masks also allow you to kind of communicate, and you're hearing it not so much through your ears, but kind of like in your mind when Agaro speaks it to you, because the water is almost carrying it into your mind. So you've heard that, but Yosine is already like paddling down towards the aperture of this tower.
I mean, she doesn't seem scared. I'm just gonna follow her. And
Yeah,
my
I'm
tail just like a propeller.
to get on Yosine's heels.
Propeller tail, great. Cool. And you go down. And Agaro, I assume you're taking the lead because you've got the map in your brain.
Yes.
Great. Now you go through the crack at the top of this tower, and you're just like in a little domed space, and there's another aperture down below you, and you recognize it. You go down through that, and you're in another chamber, and there's another little aperture down at the bottom, and you can go through that. And these are becoming more complex as they're split into different rooms, and and you fish are swimming by, and like you see like bubbles escape, and coral and little anemones are clinging to the walls, and Agaro, you know exactly where you're going. It's wild. You've got the map in your brain. It's like you've been here before, even though your mother's face is unseeable to your mind's eye. And everyone can roll perception as you go deeper and deeper into this thing.
24.
Great.
Yeah.
17. This is like my nephew who just moved to LA and already knows his way around because of Grand Theft Auto.
Yes, exactly. You've got the GTA map of this space in your brain, and you're so maybe focused on that Sleetha, you see on the walls the coral that you see clinging around. Oh my God! Wait, what? If you draw closer to it, the coral, it's like it's been shaped. Wait, no. The inside of this space, whatever the material of this is carved. And you see what you thought was just like rippling walls. Everything is friezes, bas-relief on everything. It looks like, if you didn't know better, you'd think it was scrimshaw, like the carving that you see on ivory. And you're seeing like merfolk, like kind of like, imagine like medieval sort of, or like Angkor Wat-esque like carvings of merfolk standing together, like joined together, like spread out, like standing next to a porpoise, one of like riding next to a fish.
I take a piece of paper and I do the charcoal thing up against it to get a print of it.
Cool. It immediately turns soggy and tears in the water. And
oh my God. I'm underwater. Oh gosh.
Can I ask Yosine if she knows what we're looking at?
She looks. As Yosine and the rest of you follow Agaro deeper into this space, she's like, I cannot believe it, what I am seeing. Look at the walls. It is telling their story. It is the story of their priestess. How she made this her citadel. This was their basilica, where they came to worship the old ones, where they came to worship the deep ones that gave them life, their parents. And it is where they made these. These were made here, these masks. Do you have any idea how old these are? And as she draws up close to the wall, and the glow of her mask illuminates, and you can see like what to your eye looks like a mermaid, and what you're looking at is like an erotic sculpture. It looks like two merfolk coiled up together in some sort of erotic reverie. Wait, one of those isn't a merfolk. The tail tapers off too much, and she's like, yes, oh my god, this is, yes. They made these, the air in our bodies with the water. They were made in the ritual congress with the elementals of the air and the elementals of the water. We are wearing their children. And then she goes down deeper into the water.
I swam over to Ozadius. I'm like, your girl is straight tripping. Like, why did we bring her? She's fangirling super hard. And I don't want the Duchess to be mad at us. I was told that she's not chill and we'd like her to be.
Hey, listen. Do you know what you're looking at?
I would no.
Well, then keep wearing your elemental, baby. And
I swim away. I don't like that.
Great. The spaces that you're going through are labyrinthine. They're starting to like fork now. You're moving forward, but you're moving down. Like, but as you're a fish for all intents and purposes now, so every direction is up. But you're going down, 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 and the paths fork and shift and change. And suddenly, Agaro, the map in your mind, you're coming to its final kind of floor as you go through a door, like a vaulted doorway, and now you're in a much, much larger space. Your dark vision recedes off into the distance, and you can see you're in a massive, massive chamber. And I can tell you that primeval awareness of yours, that lasts for a while. It's just radiating out of this space.
I reach inside some of my armor and I pull out two aquatic gloves and slide my hands inside them.
Okay. Yeah, great. You do that. And then Yosin is like, cast light. Show me the center of the room. And she's like, give me one. And she's like, patting herself down. She's like, your glove. Give me your glove.
I give.
She pulls it off. And she's like, you can make light. Yeah.
Yes.
And she's asking Sleetha to cast light on this
Oh my
glove.
god, I'm like totally light.
She lets it go, and the current and it just sort of like goes down as the light falls. Your dark vision can perceive most of this space, y'all too. But Sleetha, you see kind of a ring of light illuminate this massive space, and suddenly, like, it's like ropes are coming from all sides towards a central point where it looks like there's a chair. It's crazy. You're facing forward, but you're looking down on it, and you're looking at what looks like a humanoid form in coral, wrought in coral and this thing has one of your masks on, but it kind of goes. It's much more ornate. It looks like your mask if it were a crown, and she's like, there it is, the helm of the maiden.
I call out in Celestial to it. Wake up, we're here.
Nothing happens.
Oh. Probably doesn't speak Celestial. I swim up to it and I touch it.
Are you being stealthy?
Yes. I'm doing like zigzaggy sort of thing, so anything around me that might snipe me cannot. 15.
15? Great. Yeah, you lift this thing off of this form. Some of the coral like kind of breaks and falls away down into the abyss beneath you. And as you go back, I think with that stealth, you notice everyone else roll perception.
Oh gosh.
Oh, here we go. This here on this shit. All right. Come on, give me that. Oh, come on.
12.
9. Okay. Agaro?
12.
All right. Sorry,
Yeah.
great. Sleetha?
Yeah.
Why don't you roll it too as you go back?
Perception 16. I have advantage. Hold up.
Great.
24. Thank Yeist.
As you turn and begin to move back to your friends who are kind of hovering above you, a light goes on.
Did I do that? Wait, hold on.
And it's just a dim glow. This may be why they couldn't see it, but you're drawn to it, and you're looking at what looks like a big orb lantern, kind of off to the side, on a pole that kind of recedes off into the darkness. You can't see it because you don't have dark vision.
Oh my god, I feel like I know what this is, but I don't know that Sleetha does. I move one of my lights towards it to illuminate it more.
The light moves towards it, and this pole it's attached to recedes back into the shadows and down and connects to a face, an enormous face, a face out of a nightmare, like what looks like blind recessed eyes, silvery skin, enormous translucent teeth. You're looking into the face of one of those like angler fish.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Face like translucent crystalline swords. And this light is on a stalk off the edge of its head, dangling out into the abyss, and in a little dim glow is on it.
It hasn't set its eyes on me though, right? It's just glowing.
Just glowing.
Okay, I was like, we gotta swim as quietly as possible to get out of here. And I put the mask thing in my bag.
Everybody make a stealth check.
Oh my god. Oh no, 6.
18.
18, great.
Oh.
2?
I'm loud to the motherfucker
Okay.
in this bottom, right?
Great. Great. You hear that. Yosine rolled a natural 20. It's like she's already up and out the door.
This shady bitch. I know. No, I don't know.
Agaro, you're stealthy. You kind of back away. Ozadius, like you accidentally touch something, and like some of this coral like snaps off, strikes one of those ropes, bands of coral, snap the whole structure. You hear it resonate, and suddenly this room is filled with light as this lantern on this anglerfish's head lights up, and it knows it's not alone.
Fuck. So we gonna fight this fish,
or get away, or whatever. It's moving towards you. Are you gonna fight, or are you gonna try to escape?
I'm gonna cast guiding bolt on it to like propel me the opposite direction.
Love it. Go for it. Cast away.
Cast away.
Cast away. Cast away.
Does a 16 hit?
Let me see. Yes, it does.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, nice
18
work, babe.
damage, radiant. So I'm like,
Ooh, yeah.
I don't want no fish fry, and I
Yeah, babe.
Great. Okay.
obey at him.
Bam! And now it definitely knows where you are. And that was our first attack. So now we're into initiative rolls.
Okay.
Great.
Yes, I'm rolling so well today.
Tell me your number, Sleetha.
22.
Great. You, Ozadius.
20.
Ooh. You, Agaro.
5.
No problem. All right, Sleetha. You kind of like it was just coming awake. You blasted it. Now it's fully awake, but you can act again. You just took a pot shot at it. You like sucker punched it. So now you can try to hit it again.
Okay, so I'm going to
Or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it with my mace. No, my boomerang, because it'll come back, and I think it'd be cooler in the water. So I'm gonna slice that for the attack.
Great, go for it.
7 probably doesn't hit, but I am
Nope.
inspired.
Go for it.
So roll again. 11 probably doesn't do it.
Nope. Your boomerang with incredible underwater speed cuts through the water and back to your hand, but it misses. Ozadius, Yosine is up and out. She's like calling to you, come, we have to go.
Yeah, but Sleetha's got the crown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, I love you, boo, but Daddy can't lead us things. So, hey, listen, man, This is kind of like a weird thing, but I'm just gonna see if it would work.
Great.
Um,
And I'm gonna say we're at risk of going long right now. Are you okay to stay a little bit longer than 2 hours?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Approved.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Clint.
Hopefully the chat is okay with that as well.
Okay, so around I want to cast shape water.
Great.
Okay, and one of the things I can do with shape water is change the water's color or opacity.
Great.
In like a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
So can I change the water's opacity around myself so that I cannot be perceived by the anglerfish?
I think that's you're disguising yourself with this cube of water. Yeah, great. Change its opacity. Great. Okay, so what happened? That spell goes off. Burn that spell slot, and so
it's a cantrip, my G.
Oh, great! Hell yeah, man. Ain't no thing. So Sleetha, you whip your boomerang. It returns to your hand like, oh no! As this anglerfish like turns its attention towards you, and you're looking up at your friends like, little help, and that's when you see Ozadius just disappear in mud.
Yes, you jerk! I love him.
What an asshole.
Yep. What a true jerk alert.
Oh my gosh.
What a dang jerkazoid. Okay, here we go. So now it's going to do a thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, you see it like with immense speed, like roiling. And and now you can see as it gets closer, it's not an anglerfish. It's got the face of one, but it's more like an eel. Like it's like a snaky long body with this horrific mask at the tip, comes for you and like swoops just over your head. These dagger-like teeth like chomp over you as you tumble. And but it doesn't connect. It slithers around you and past the little glob of murky water nearby, and then it's you,
My
Agaro.
cousin was an eel. Just be chill, man.
Come on, family affair. Agaro, what you gonna do?
I mean, I have animal handling stuff, right? And because I want to be a beastmaster.
I will tell you that you would know this because you are getting that primeval awareness. This is what you are getting. And what that tells you that this thing, and I'll give you this to you without rolls. You saw on the wall, Yosine was telling you they were dabbling in the planes of existence, joining elemental forces. This thing isn't an animal. It's not from this world. This is coming from like a weird union of things that should not mate, like cultivated and or like don't not should not, but don't normally. And like it has been mutated and birthed here in the deeps. It's not an animal, it's an aberration. So you can't handle it like that. You could try another kind of social thing on it, but it is a damn fish.
And I know Ozadius is there, but I just can't see him, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I think so. You just saw him like disappear behind this. The water's just less more opaque.
Yeah. I mean, could I use my ranger ability to hide in plain sight, become invisible to the aberration, and like take a shot at it?
Yeah. You could try to. I see. Yeah, find cover, and you want to hide. Now, hide is an action you can take where you just like try to get out of its line of sight and don't attack. But you're kind of trying to like get behind something, take a shot at it, and like get back behind something.
Yeah, I'd like to longbow it.
I think that's just a move, and you have a map of this place. I think you don't need any kind of roll. Like, this space like the back of your hand, and you like dip behind a little recess and yeah, make your bow attack.
Okay, great. 14 plus 6, 20.
Work.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Your arrow flies straight and true through the water, leaving a little trail of bubbles behind it and sticks into this thing. How much damage did that do?
Wait, where am I again?
You're in your attacks. Next to your longbow, there's that +6, and next to that, there's that 1d8 +4. Click that 1d8 +4.
God bless. Job bless. 7 and 4, 11 damage.
Great. 11. Love it. Wait. 11. Oh, great. Hey, that's cool. Hey, man, that's actually very cool. Great. Blammo. Sleetha, it's you.
Cool. Seeing how I was just deserted by Ozadius.
Wait, I'm sorry. Not to interrupt you. Make a dexterity save. Dexterity save, Agaro. You're over at the wall. In a little recess by the wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
7 and 6, 13.
13. Okay, I'm gonna say that's enough. Great. I'm not gonna tell you what just happened. Sleetha, what you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna cast blindness on this fish.
Cool. Go for it.
So it's got to make a Constitution saving throw.
Great.
If
Here we
it
go.
fails, blinded or deafened, but I want you blind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does a 14 make it?
Does it? Oh, if you match my Constitution thing, it says 14. So if you match it, tie goes to the runner. Damn it! Right? Is that how it works?
Save. Clint. Sorry.
Clint, honey, darling.
Darling, I made the save, right? Am I blind?
Yes, correct. You did it.
Great.
Okay.
Yes, the fish, you can see the light like flicker as it like kind of swings around, and suddenly like it's like moving a little more impotently in the water.
Okay, then I'm gonna dash swim away from it.
Great. And that's you, Ozadius.
Fucking stupid. I don't know why I want to fight this thing.
Come on, kiddo.
All right. Time for ye old Eldritch Blast.
There it is.
That's what we're talking about.
Let's
Want.
let's toss the. All right, so 22 to hit.
Damn.
So
Yeah, that hits.
okay, and so let's do some damage.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Dang, 14, baby.
Yeah.
Stuck him hard.
That's what we're talking about. That bolt of black energy, like whoom, comes out of that murky water and crackles down this thing's like light stalk. This whole space is illuminated briefly by that dart. It's like lit as if by a black light for a second, and you can see just how large this space is around, and it descends into darkness, and every inch of the wall is covered in that bas relief. You can see it's like just carven on every surface. It's like a hieroglyphic language. And now it's its turn. It just got shocked, and it didn't like that. So it's going to try to blast you, but it's blind. So it's disadvantaged. Let's see if it can do a thing. All right. Oh, actually,
Oh no.
this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter that it's blinded.
Oh no. Oh.
It was nice.
Everybody that's in the room, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, annoying. No, 4.
Okay.
I rolled a 1. Godly.
9.
3 and 6, 9.
Jesus Christ. And then they all died.
Everybody
Fuck.
rolled pretty low. Okay. Interesting. All right. The bulb at the end of this thing's eye stalk begins to glow. And then lightning shoots out in every direction. You're maybe seeing the result of sky and air elements forming with water elements as a thunderbolt like ripples through the water, and like everything around you is electrified. Let's see how much damage that does.
Just electrocuted us in the water.
Yeah, no shit.
I want to say that it takes some damage from that too, because it's in the water. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh, that's bad.
Oh, no.
That's very, very bad.
Well, oh no. Well,
Oh, y'all take 18 lightning damage.
Oh my
Each
God.
of you. Ozadius is hanging by a thread.
Oh my God. Okay.
But it also, I got to tell you one more thing. It also takes that much. It takes a portion of that damage. And it's looking rough.
Do I just subtract my own hit points?
Correct. Up at the top of your character sheet, it says hit points,
Okay.
and you can subtract them up there. You're looking bad there, buddy. It's your turn, Agaro.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13.
What you gonna do? You hear Yosine above you. Come, make haste.
I mean, should I get us all the fuck out of here?
Well, we're almost dying, so whatever you want is great.
Yeah, let me try to get us to Yosine.
Okay, so you're gonna disengage and run, or swim rather. That's fine.
Disengage.
Yeah, this thing isn't close to you. That's not going to make it opportunity to attack you. You whip around and swim back up towards the top of this chamber, back up the way you came, back towards your scene. That's great. And Sleetha?
On the way out, I'm gonna give it another guiding bolt, like a real just fuck you, fish. 22.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That hits.
12 of radiant damage.
Oh my god. This thing, you see it like pause and almost hang limp in the water for a second. The light goes out, and then like it comes back furiously. You can tell you've hurt it bad. And are you moving at all? You're doing that on your way out? Great.
I'm gonna swim on out.
And Ozadius, it's you?
Daddy about to cast Misty Step.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Invisible.
And he gonna teleport 30 feet up towards Josie.
Great. Whoom, you like zap out of existence and reappear. And you're seeing Josie like, make haste, and suddenly like whoom, you're right in front of her. She's like, oh, we have to go now. We have to go. And that's its turn now. It's hurting bad. Yep. But everybody's oh yeah, it just moves up towards you. And as you get through the aperture of that chamber, those scythe-like teeth just are closing like just after your ankles. And it is like in pursuit as it's like slamming and trying to make it through the top of this chamber. I think you're going very speedily, Agaro, and though you know the dimensions of this space, it's tough. Can you make a dexterity save for me?
Yeah. 20 plus 6, 26.
Hey.
Oh, you rolled a natural 20?
Yeah.
Great.
Yay, your first nat 20.
Yeah. With that, I think you whoosh peel out. You're just like you're a person of the deeps, of the coast. You've been swimming from the time that you were a child, and suddenly it's like you're in your element. You feel like a mermaid yourself as you just tear upwards and are like whoom, 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 up through the chambers, and she's leading you up and out, very, very dexterously, as this thing is like kind of as you're losing it behind you, and you're just like running.
Yeah, we gotta swim back to the bell.
Yeah, but can I fucking longbow this motherfucker as I dexterously get the hell out of here?
Absolutely, go for it. You did so well. I think. Stop me if this doesn't sound right. I think maybe you paused by one of the chambers, one of the forks in the road, and you're like, "Everybody, get back there!"
Sure.
As you draw on this thing and wait for it to turn the corner and face you, and you're just waiting. Go for it.
2 plus 6, 8.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay. Here's what happens. Great. Cool. This thing turns the corner. You see this horrific face like come around hungrily after you, led by that light that swings out over it. Maybe that like blinds you for a second as you take your shot and it goes wide. And now you're face to face with this thing. I think the rest of you have effectively disengaged. But it's now close by. It takes a bite at you and misses. What do you do now?
May I do my horde breaker where I can do two things at once with my short swords? We're at close range. I fucking take one of my swords and I
Fuck
cut
yeah.
it.
Why not?
I cut its fucking light off of and then I fucking I stab it.
The fish is one enemy, the light is another. The light was where all that lightning came from. These two things are, this one thing is in a way two things. So yeah, Agaro, you just let that bow drop. Shing! The blades come out.
Yes!
And you hear them sing in the water. Make your attack rolls.
Let's go!
Agaro is covering your escape as you swim up towards the surface.
To hit, I did 18 plus 6, 24 on my
Yes!
first.
Which one do you want to target first, the light or the fish?
I target the light first with 24 to hit, and then my short sword to hit is a 17 and 6, 23 to its body.
Agaro, tell me how you kill this thing.
Yeah.
I go straight into like the softest part of its body. I just start digging, and I like send my whole body inside of it, just like jabbing it from the inside.
Awesome. I think one sword like cut the light pole, and then you Jonah right into the mouth of this thing and are just like stabbing it from the inside as like and you're as you just. The camera moves outside and you're seeing like its bulk like shift and jerk as a blade punctures it and black blood oozes from it. And then Agaro just bursts out of the other side of it.
Yes,
and is there in a cloud of black blood flying in the aquatic space as your foe falls to the deeps behind you.
Yes.
And that was such a dope and awesome escape. Once more, blinded and like shooting out of this thing in a much tighter space now because you've moved up. Roll that dexterity save.
Okay. 9 and 6, 15.
Okay. Hey, remember earlier when I said sometimes I let people succeed at a cost?
Yeah. What did I do?
I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to say that fails, but I'll give you one more chance to succeed. This is my thing. Because I didn't really apply a consequence to that one last time, I'm applying it here. If everyone's okay with this, if everyone thinks this is fair.
She does have an inspiration that she hasn't used.
Exactly. So feel free to use that inspiration now to make this save.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen if you don't, but.
Okay. Yeah. I want to use the inspiration to make this save. So what do I do?
Just roll a D20 and on dexterity. Roll that dexterity save.
18 and 6, 24.
Yes.
Agaro, you just hover there in midair. Your blades have tasted their foe and just like go. And I think with those amazing rolls, like you're just standing there and that bow that you dropped because you traveled down, it just floats down to you. And it's like right back in your hand. And you can make your way out.
Woo!
Mama.
That took a while. That was very quick, but these folks got a lead on you. So you're making your way back to the bell.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Clint, you're muted, buddy.
It was an accident. Goodbye.
Great. So yeah, you make your way back to the bell.
And everybody's in, so I'm gonna pull on the string or the bell.
Ding, 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 ding. Great. And you've been down there a while. And you come out and you can feel as you return, like your breath is coming a little harder. You don't see as well as the magic of these masks is starting to drain, but you make it just in time. And you're back panting for air in the bell. Roll perception.
Mm-hmm.
Ozadius and our dark vision people, Agaro and Ozadius.
Perception. Fuck. 3 plus 3, 6.
Nothing. You're in a dark room.
Fuck.
18.
Why is Yozine's skin purple?
Oh.
Wait, she's a shapeshifter. Wait, Agus? Is that you?
You'll see.
Wait, skin purple?
We nearly made it.
Hey, why is your skin changing color? Not that it's a bad thing, but like you're different.
I mean, but Ozadius is purple.
Yeah, but I know a tiefling when I see one. This one's not.
And as you say that, like a helpless look comes over Yosine's eyes. She's like, Ozadius. And two horns sprout
Bitch.
from Yosine's head back across her skull like two braids, as like that vermilion hue of her skin becomes deeper, and like the broad shoulders stay broad as she kind of takes up more space. She's like, oh, Ozadius, you know how hard it is to keep your concentration when you're doing this sort of thing.
Who's she?
Who are you and who sent you?
Ozadius, you don't know? And she reaches into her little pouch in her pocket and kind of like flicks a coin up into the air and catches it. And it's like exactly like one of the coins that Jacobina Gons gave you. And she's like, come on, darling. Did you think you were the only one?
Damn, dude.
We've done something incredible. We have the helm of the maiden. And we have the pretender Duchess waiting for us right up there. Do you have any idea what the stadtholders of Calderdam will do for us when we bring her in?
Well, technically, I have it, not you.
Oh, yes.
Chill, Sleetha.
And you know how to use it. You do know how to use it, Sleetha.
Yeah. Duh.
Oh, good. Because I wouldn't want you to drown in midair by doing something rash. As you felt, these are very powerful, and that most of all. I think perhaps a more practiced hand should be holding it, don't you?
Yeah, and I'll just hang on to it until the time is right. And I shake her hand.
Oh, well.
Are you sure you don't want to give that to me?
I mean, you just did a great reveal, and I don't honestly know your whole backstory, but you and Ozadius know each other fairly well.
Are you very sure? Are you very sure she's doing something to you, Sleetha?
What?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Whoa. Okay. 17.
You can tell that she's like, for a second, you're like, oh yeah, I've got to give this to her. And she's like, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you? And then suddenly you're like, what the hell is she doing? No. And there's a red glow in her eyes that just dies away. And like that trustworthy voice that was like telling you a totally reasonable thing. You're now like, what? No. You know that she was trying to magically get inside your head.
It's like, in a whole nother life, I would have chopped you down for even trying to enter my mind, but it's a steel trap. All right, you back off. I'll hang on to it until the time is right. You don't run things around here. You're totally new.
Do you know what she's going to do with that if you give it to her?
It's like obviously a huge power source. She's going to use it to like overthrow the merfolk, or
the merfolk are dead, Sleetha. She's going to drown the world.
Okay, and
she's on a mission of vengeance. Cooler heads should prevail at times like these, don't you think?
But you want to sell it. Like, who's to say those people that you're going to sell it to aren't going to do the same thing?
You know the stadtholders have no scruples. They will take this and dispose of us. This is our only leverage. So why don't you just sit down?
And then she just kind of like takes a breath and is like, and then suddenly it's Josie Sloiner again. It's like, of course. Thank you for saving me. I don't know what I'd do without you. Ozadius, don't you think you should?
Oh shit! Thanks. Hey, I'm just gonna cast disguise stuff real quick.
Mm-hmm. You're at the top, and
before we get out of this spell, just let me speak with the Duchess before we make any moves. Okay?
I could agree to that for sure. Agaro, where do you stand?
I'm in.
Very well. And the a suitable amount of time elapses. Like the masks have aided with the pressure somehow, even though you've taken them off. Like the bends isn't affecting you in the way that it would because of the remnants of this magic. And the bell opens. Fresh air fills your nostrils once again, and you step out onto the deck of the Sea Scythe. And there is the Corsair Duchess, flanked by her retinue.
Ozadius?
Duchess, we have accomplished our mission. But I have questions. And on top of questions, I have answers.
As
All
I
of
said,
you.
Mr. Incolker, you are a very, very philosophical person. Please favor us with your questions and answers.
I look around and I say to everyone, why are we here? What is it that we seek? A restoration of balance? Vengeance? Wealth? Power? We know what the stadtholders desire. But what do we desire? Some would say that what we look for is for things to be made right. And so I ask you, Duchess, what do you see?
Now, that was the question portion. Do you have answers prepared as well? Or?
You answer my question and I will answer my answers.
I am not used to having people make such demands of me, but you have you've seen things that eyes have not seen in a great long while. And I wonder, Mr. Incolder, why you have these questions. We are fighting the same fight. It is what drew us together through our contacts. Why you were found by my people. Why we even began writing to each other. Why this was all set in motion. Because the stadtholders shall fall. As all the dukes shall fall. As all the duchesses shall fall. So that a better and more equitable guiding hand will rule in the Rottvine.
Whose hand? Yours?
We will rule. All of us. And the goddesses shall rule all.
She has fooled you. She has taken a title that is not her own. Because I know something that she does not. You see, the true heir does not stand before you, but behind me.
And and all the sailors are kind of looking at each other like, huh? And okay, so it sounds like you're trying to persuade the crew that Agaro is the true heir to the Von Zeiss, yes?
Yes.
Damn.
Great. Agaro, do you do anything at this moment? Or do you just stand there? I'm asking, are you playing into this deception or not?
I mean, I think I continue to like stand back and listen for a moment.
Great. You're kind of doing a mass deception. So, and these people, and we've established that the dwarf pilot navigator was from the court, like was there when the overthrow occurred. So this is going to be a profoundly difficult deception. You roll it and you got to, I'm like, the difficulty is going to be insanely high. So roll.
Please make it.
Wait, what am I rolling?
This is Ozadius doing this.
Oh, okay. Mother.
Please tell me you have advantage in deception.
Yo, where's my deception?
Yeah, do you have...
Oh, there we go.
It's in the center. Yeah. There you go. They're in alphabetical order.
Man, I rolled a 14.
14. Now, if you were just trying to ensorcel one of the weak-minded hayseeds that Ozadius sometimes incepts ideas into, that would be no problem. But to sway the entire crew of the Seaside, the Duchess herself, her boatswain, her captain, the people that have been with her since the time she was a teenager, and those that have flocked to her banner in the intervening time, that does not quite cut it. And she gets a little bit more erect, and she's like, "You did not tell me that tragedian was among your list of skills, Mr. Incoulter. I've seen this face. I have seen this face on the wanted posters of Fryport. Do you really think you could turn my own crew against me? The helm!" And she holds out her hand. "I ask you once, as captain of this ship, as the rightful Duchess of Calderdam."
As she's doing this long speech, I've like snuck up on her and like, "Hey girl, here it is. Everybody be chill. Fall back."
You pass it to her, and she takes it and she's like, "And now the duchies of this corrupt world will fall, that a better world may rise." And she holds it up in the air, and the whole crew is like, "Ah!" They're cheering at this, and then she turns around and it's like, let's see here. That was a very interesting thing. I think it's the brig. Yeah, I think it's the brig for you." And then all the sailors are converging on you at once.
Oh, dang, G.
Misty, step us out of here.
I don't think I can Misty step all of y'all out of here, fam. It's gonna be that's a ticket for one.
Well, then I'm gonna cast hold. Oh fuck! I don't know if Sorry for cursing.
Wait,
Totally fine.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame and just be like, "Get out of my way! I want to clear a path."
Okay, you cast Sacred Flame and people back up. All
right, I find me the nearest ship now. We're getting off this barge.
And then suddenly you hear a voice like, yeah. I mean, Sleetha, this is not someone who would practice simple thievery or deception. And it's your friend who you made a companion. Agus is wading through the crowd. It's like, this is a cleric and practitioner of the ways of Yeist. You cannot kill all these people. I'll stand for them. The Duchess is like looking at you. It's like, very well. And maybe I should ask the Duchess what she thinks a just course of action should be. What do you think, Your Grace? And she's looking at you, Agaro. Please show me some of that royal acumen of yours. Should I hang you from the yardarm? Put you in the brig? Maroon you back on the island I found you?
Are those my 3 options?
she's like, this is your Duchess. Yeah,
oh God. So yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And that's when Yosine puts on the mask that she still has.
Oh, God damn it.
And she's inhaling incredibly quickly. Veins are standing out in her forehead. Her disguise drops quickly, and she dashes forward with insane speed. And she is trying to wrench this helm out of the hands of the Duchess. You're watching this fight break out, and suddenly pandemonium is breaking out.
Oh, gosh.
Snap.
I'm going to run up and try to separate the two.
Okay. You're getting in the mix.
Yeah.
Well, where's my friend that attacks Abby?
You see a chubby cat over on the side. He's like pulling a fish out of his mouth, leaving only the bones. And then it's like and he's looking at you kind of disappointed.
Yo, can I cast suggestion on the Duchess?
Sure, give it a try.
Oh shit.
Damn.
You have to she has to get a wisdom saving throw of 14.
What do you tell her?
Give me the helm and tell them the truth.
Okay. And she rolled very low. The helm is wrenched out of Yosine. The helm is wrenched out of Yosine's hand, and the Corsair Duchess walks towards you. She's like, and like you can tell she's like fighting it, but she like hands it over, and then in a loud voice, it's like, we are the storm. The Triskelion shall rise. The 3 queens shall live again. This is like gibberish to you. Like 3 queens shall rise. We will remake the world. The Rottvine will be one again. No more conflict. We will make a better world. And you have to kill some people to make a better world.
Damn, G. The 3 queens?
This I don't have to tell you that like ancient history. This realm was ruled by 3 priestess empresses. This would be like someone in contemporary Egypt saying like, we're starting a movement to get the pharaoh back in power. Or it would be like someone in England being like, you know who we really need is like King Arthur. Like it'd be like that.
It's like on the verge of lunacy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I hold the helm,
Mm-hmm.
and now that the everyone has heard this woman say this wild statement,
Mm-hmm.
and I will tell them, I drop my disguise.
Wait, it's gone. People can back up. They're like, oh.
I cast. I cast thaumaturgy,
Mm-hmm.
Ashanti, and I make my voice very loud, and I tell them, my name is Ozadius Silverthorn. and I know who the true heir to the Von Geis, did I say that right?
Zeiss.
Von Zeiss, praise guys, to the Von Zeiss throne is. And it is this ranger, this hero, that saved us in the depths, that battled the queen of the crustaceans, the folk hero of the Rottvine, Agaro, the lost heir. She and only she can bring balance to our land.
All right. And great. And we're closing in on the end here. And the Duchess is like falling back, like, what did you do to me? Yosine, who the only name you know her by, has fallen to the deck, gasping as she takes the mask off. It's like it's given her this momentary burst of speed and strength, but it's left her now, and she's like reeling and panting. Agaro, do you grasp this helm?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Take up your mantle. Yeah.
Yes.
And because we're closing out now, I'm going to say something weird. You grab this helm and it burns out of existence, because this helm itself is worked coral. It is hieroglyphic intelligence. It is more than a mask. It is the history of the woman who forged it in bizarre, erotic, undersea rituals with beings from other planes of existence. And as you hold it, you feel this ancient priestess, mermaid sorceress. Her every thought, her every memory is burned out of existence in your ungloved hand, as every memory of Agaro is burned out of existence. Wow. And your mind is now fully taken over by this ancient, awesomely powerful sorceress queen. The moment that happens, storm clouds roll in. Rain begins to pelt the deck. The Corsair Duchess backs up, like, but a fairer world is possible. A fairer world is possible. Sleetha, you feel Agus kind of hold your arm and and there's just like chewing something. Is like, whoa. And Agaro, I got to tell you that suddenly you realize that like the civilizations that destroy Agaro, your name's not Agaro anymore. The people and the world that destroyed everything you loved and cared about is all around you. It's on land and it's under the sea. But that's okay, because vengeance is here. The helm is forged. It is a part of you now. You are the helm of the maiden. And you are the storm. You can conjure lightning from the sky. You can bring the tides up with your mind. You could walk on the very surface of the waves. You are a goddess incarnate. What do you do to these things that are writhing around in front of you?
They're all instantly in the brig.
It's not like telepathy, but I'm telling you that you can like make anything that's elementally connected to water and wind, it's yours. So maybe let's like kind of, how's this sound? Suddenly a wave just like bursts over the ship on both sides, and people are like swept across the deck and like down holds. It's like you feel like you're being flushed down the drain as like you're cast down into the base of the ship, and suddenly you're all connected down there, and you're Sleetha, you and Agus are just in a pile on the deck down below. Ozadius, you and Yosine are tangled up together, smashed against the Corsair Duchess, all kind of looking at each other like, And then maybe you look out of a gun port, and that is where you see the person you know as Agaro turn towards you. It's raining now. A storm is rolling in. The waves are rising. And Agaro is walking on the water. The end.
Whoa!
Who's your yes now, Sleetha?
I'm gonna have to do some rethinking.
Oh,
Do you like power, Holly? How do you like power?
It don't feel too bad, I'll say that. Oh my god! I thought I was dead.
I think we almost died a few times.
You almost died a few times, yeah. And you managed to survive. And it's chat sound off in chat or on YouTube if you want to see more of these shipmates. I mean, I honestly don't know if Agaro is playable anymore. Maybe if you come back, it could be someone completely different, or maybe if they encounter you, you can come back. But Agaro is not what she was. Her mind is elsewhere. You have been inhabited by something else, but man, the Rottvine is in trouble.
Right, and I've still got to deliver that package.
Yeah, and everybody's got unfinished business. But this is the tantalizing thing about Dungeons and Dragons. There's always unfinished business. There's always another adventure over the horizon. Well, I hope you've been bitten by the bug. And yeah, thank you so much to these amazing players. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody watching. Thanks for going late. I know we went over. Give it up for Edgar Blackmon. An amazing Ozadius is so rad. Give it up for Agaro. Give it up for Holly Laurent. Great stuff.
Just saved us.
Badass supreme. Give it up for Sleetha.
Sleetha!
Powerful and caring. Please follow these amazing, charming, cool people on their social media. Listen to Holly's amazing podcast, Mega. Listen to Rashawn's amazing podcast. The name is a mouthful. I'm sorry, I don't have it right in front of me. What is it called?
Mystery County Monster Hunters Club.
Mystery County Monster Hunter Club is another RPG live play podcast. So please check that out. If you like this, you'll like that. And if anybody has any questions in the chat, feel free to lob them our way. If not, we will bid you a fond bon voyage as we sail the tides of the Sanguine Seas to other weirder ports.
I mean, I got mad questions, G.
Thank you. Thank you, Ross. You are a bad
Yes,
DM.
give it up for Ross.
My favorite DM, baby.
Yes.
Favorite and only. Amazing job for newbies. Thanks for just throwing yourselves in so hard. Thank you all for joining. That was so fun. Hopefully we'll see you next time as we ply these weird waters. Thanks for watching the Stream of Blood. We have so many different shows. Clint, are you here for end of show business?
I'm here for end of show business. Am I muted? Can you hear me?
No, you're perfect.
Okay.
Love those dulcet tones.
End of show business. So guys, put some questions in the chat for Ross, and we'll scroll back through them at the end of the show business. But let's do this. Come back next Tuesday on Taste of Blood. We're bringing back the Neptune Society. We're kicking off Death May Die July. For 3 weeks, we'll be telling a supersized Call of Cthulhu tale with new players and some dearly missed favorites. And the Eldritch Horror at its center will be chosen by you, our channel subscribers. Vote from among 10 Mythos monstrosities on our Discord channel until Friday at midnight Pacific time. And tune in Tuesday at 7 p.m. to watch the painful results. Saturday, it's me at 6 p.m. Pacific time for a Blood and Blades faction turn. This is when we watch the wheels within wheels of Duskwall turn and see how our player crews are ground between them. If you're a Twitch subscriber to Stream of Blood, you can go over to the Discord and you can crank those wheels yourself by being a part of our various factions. Sunday, 10 a.m. on Vampires of Pittsburgh, the lockdown is over and the Reign of Blood has begun. This is our brand new chronicle for our flagship Vampire the Masquerade series. If you've been with us from the beginning, get ready for some major moves. Ross can attest to that. Big things are afoot. And if you've been waiting for an opportunity to join Vampire Church, this is a great time. This is a new chapter in this honestly epic storyline. We have a new merch store. Good. This first session was dope. So we have a new merch store. go to streamofblood.com. There'll be a big merch button. Check it out. We have some cool merch. I'm not wearing any right now. Shame on me. Stream of Blood is a podcast. If you want to go back to the very beginning of Vampires of Pittsburgh and catch up, that's a great place to do it. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is by Wizards of the Coast, but all the art and theme music for Sanguine Seas you've seen is by our very own Ross Bryant. Isn't it wonderful? Stream of Blood can be found on all the socials, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit. In most places, we are _Stream of Blood _. But the very best place to connect with us is on our Discord, Stream of Blood, Server of Blood. We're also on Facebook, but don't talk to us there. Come find us on Discord. Special thanks to Brian Baldinger, our secret game master, our social media manager, Megan Arch, our podcast producer, Andrew Strother, our YouTube content producer, Matt Moynihan, and our new logo, opening animations, our whole look, and everything is by our new art director, Jill Petracek. And thanks to Jared Logan, who's not here with us today, but he calls me the wind beneath his wings, but he's the wings that let this channel fly, everybody.
Indeed.
And he'll be back with us before you know it. Not on Saturday, though, because he makes me do those damn faction turns alone. All right, I'm going back to the chat now, seeing if there's any questions for Ross. Here's a great one from Thursday.
Oh, cool. Snow Crash. Yeah, Snow Crash is. That's such a cool. I want to know if the multi-ship flotilla city was inspired by the flotilla in Snow Crash or something else. It was awesome. I've always loved that idea. Yeah, me too. I remember Snow Crash, but that was not an inspiration. I tell you what this was, and I realized after last session, people were like, was there an inspiration for this? And a big one was was actually a book series that Clint and Jared and Humphrey turned me on to, which is the Masquerade series. The Trader Beru Cormorant is the first book in it, and there's an enormous, awesome ship in that I kind of had in mind. If there's three things that probably influenced this, it was a book called The Thousand Autumns of Jacob de Zoet by David Mitchell, Dead Man in Deptford, which gets into early modern espionage by Anthony Burgess, and Trader Beru Cormorant. That's the inspiration DNA.
I'll vouch for every one of those. Those are all great. Here's another one.
It was kind of a reskin of an existing monster. I just kind of took parts I liked from two vaguely aquatic monster manual beasts and shuffled them together. But I think anglerfish are the stuff of nightmares, and I was like, that'd be awesome to see. Accurate nautical language. Honestly,
this is about the penis. We know this is about the penis.
The penis is the penis actually comes from a one of my first jobs. I grew up on the coast of North Carolina. So why would I do something about Barrier Islands? But that is one of the first spots of English colonization in the Americas. And I worked at a state historic site as a teenager, where they'd recreated an old 16th century sailing ship. So I had to learn a bunch of nautical lingo, and a little bit of it is still rattling up there.
And then I'll do the last question. If you can snake these players back, will we get to see more of this world on Stream of Blood?
Oh my God, yes, anytime. I had so much fun with this. It occupied so much of my imaginative energy over the past weeks. The hardest part about this was keeping it under time, which I uproariously failed at. So, I would very much like to do this again and keep exploring these waters. And understand the fallout of what has just happened.
This channel is your channel. Anytime you want to come back, you let us know.
Yeah, but these players were awesome. I'd love to have any of them back.
Oh, the best. I love watching people get super duper excited in play.
Yeah, same. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Well, let's roll some end credits and wish everybody a nice night. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Thank you so much for everything, Clint. A godsend, as always.
You're the best. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.